and welcome to Chatbots Reviews. I'm your host, Tanya. With me today is my lovely husband, Stanley, and we just came out of seeing Suicide Squad. What did you think? I thought it was alright, but let's have a look.
So, it's a sequel slash reboot-ish. More or less, we already know David Ayer, like when he made the first one, he kind of got screwed over. The same kind of Zack Snyder story of like everyone saying release the Snyder cut. They were saying release the David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad. And this seems like it's, what originally spawned was James Gunn made Guardians of the Galaxy and Warner Brothers went, oh, have we got any team movies that we could like do something like that? And then they said, hey, David Ayer, come do this, and then we're going to put all these limitations on you, and then we're going to take your movie off you, and we're going to give it to a trailer company to cut together the way that we want it, and then we're going to freaking try and
make it work.
Yeah, comedy and jazz it up a bit and make it less dark and stuff after we told you we want it real gritty, dark. And now the second that James Gunn gets removed from Disney, like fired more or less, for a couple of tweets that he made over a decade ago, Warner Brothers said, he walked across the street from Disney and Marvel right into Warner Brothers freaking limo, got driven to the studio and was like, hey, you got any ideas? And he was like, yeah, give me Suicide Squad, freaking got that gig, and now it's like kind of he's gotten all his friends, everyone like Michael Rooker and all that. He got his brother in, and I think he did a pretty good job. I'm pretty happy with.
Yeah, they definitely did the Suicide Squad a lot more justice than the first one. That's for sure.
It feels like this is the most Harley Quinn style we've gotten, like from the comics onto screen. That's a really good.
They show off all her skills, the acrobatic kind of gymnastics skills, her deadly side, her just like blank expression when she just turns on that killer instinct and goes for it.
Yeah, the clueless kind of comedic stuff that she has. That it felt very kind of Tara Strong from the animated series and stuff. So I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But that's what James Gunn kind of does best. He knows how to translate, and make it what it is from page to screen. So like seeing I think Sly Stallone's the shark, King Shark or whatever his name is.
Fun.
That was funny, and because this is spoilers free right now, but in a few minutes we'll do a freaking spoilers. But yeah, I was pretty happy overall with what it was all about. Like I think, I reserved myself because I'm not a fan of John Cena's.
Same,
so I was just like, do I really want to watch this and stuff?
Drives me crazy.
But we ended up watching this and we were just kind of like, you can just ignore what he's doing because it's sort of the same.
It's the same character
kind of thing.
Very stiff.
Yeah, just
no personality, just kind of going with the scripts.
And this isn't because we're just big rock fans and stuff, but there's a reason why a lot of people came out of the recent Fast and Furious and were saying, hey, it seems to be lacking that charisma of Dwayne Johnson.
Just that extra personality could have been needed. Like if you just edged it a little bit closer to the line, he could have done a really good job.
Yeah. And how did you feel about this? Like, would you say watch the first Suicide Squad movie before this, or could you just go into this?
Yeah, you could just watch this because it feels like a reboot to me. Like, you don't have to have seen the first one to get this one. They explain everything from get-go, which is really good. They explain what the Suicide Squad is, how they operate, and what happens, what the consequences are.
And pretty much Amanda Waller's character is typical cow, did a great job with that. Yeah.
Lady,
And then Idris Elba kind of, for me, just steals the show.
He's great.
He's fantastic as a lead.
So good looking.
And that's another thing too. There was all this stuff about he's not Heimdall anymore. I feel like Marvel lost out. They could have had a whole kind of, deal with him as Heimdall going trying to find his way back through the galaxy or something. There's a Loki show. They could have done a Heimdall series or had him as a support cast and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's just minor complaints and stuff. I think Suicide Squad was worth sort of seeing in the cinemas, I think.
Yeah, the action was good. The cinematography was really good. I thought you could definitely tell it's a James Gunn style with the camera angles and the creative kind of direction that they all went in. So I appreciated that. Like, you know, it just feels good to go see in the cinema, and with all the blood splatter, I loved it.
And pretty much, like, if you haven't seen it, like, stop now because we're going to go into spoilers.
Yes. Spoilers.
So I was annoyed as soon as Rick Flag was gone.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, all right, that's it. I'm done.
I thought the end that they had brought him back, I was like, yes, oh my God, this is amazing.
I thought it was really cool the way they had Idris Elba's character come in to fight John Cena. I know I'm not naming...
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm not naming the characters themselves.
Yeah.
I'm just naming the actual performers' names and stuff. But, like, yeah, just seeing the way that they had the Harley Quinn kind of, you know, her just
getting tortured.
Yeah, that
was good. Like, she was just getting tortured, and then it just goes blank.
Yeah,
she's ready to kill.
But it's not just that. It's like kind of for her to get, zapped, tasered and stuff, and you're like, yeah, Harley Quinn would be laughing through that because the way she's taken beatings and stuff like that from
Joker, yeah.
Well, from Joker, but like kind of psychologically, she's so screwed up. She's like enjoying pain more than like. Just...
She understands it, that's for sure, being a ex-psychologist and stuff.
I didn't care for the whole kind of, the dude being like, oh, will you marry me and stuff? And she was just like, oh, well, man, like, that opening scene when she's on the plane, she's about to jump off and she's wearing the costume. I'm like,
yeah, it was
cool. That's very kind of
where
comic,
she came out, yeah.
Video game accurate to like her being all sort of
I
like...
want that outfit.
Yeah.
That beginning shot with Harley Quinn in the black and red.
And
very cool.
Yeah, I think I didn't care for John Cena, like anything that he was doing. None of it got to me. I was just like, yeah, right at the end when he's being a douche trying to kill Rick Flag, I was like, yeah, it's easy to not like him and stuff, but like the performer himself, John Cena himself, the Weasel character had more charisma and stole the show more than him.
Oh, Weasel was so fun.
I know he's getting a show out of this freaking Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Give it to Weasel. Don't even bother having freaking Cena in there because he was just so
dry.
Painful to like just sit there and be like, yeah, this is annoying. Like I can't stand listening to his dialogue. I can't stand looking at him. And this isn't like a full like kind of personal thing of like, oh man, I can't stand him as a wrestler or what he's like been like over the years to other wrestlers and other performers and stuff. Bray Wyatt. Yeah, I think Bray Wyatt. Like, the list goes on because we're wrestling fans.
Yeah.
So pretty much. I think Weasel was like that was so good at that mid-credit tag showing him because Sean Gunn, that's James Gunn's brother. Yeah, he was playing that, but yeah, every time I kept nudging.
Yeah, he kept pointing at me. He's like, "That's you."
Going, is that you licking the glass? Is that you in the water going? Ah! But there was other little things like they killed off Boomerang so quickly.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, he's gone. This is like the literal meaning of Suicide Squad. I was like, I kind of like this. They're leaving it up to because you see Nathan Fillion, the armless dude and stuff, and I was like, oh man, what's he gonna do? He's just going around slapping them. I'm like, yeah, this just seems like James Gunn got told, here's a couple of $100 million. Go do whatever you want. And he's just like on the phone to all his friends saying, hey, do you want to be in my movie? And they're like, I'm kind of busy. All right, I can do a cameo if you want. And he's like, great. Yeah. How do you want to be killed off? And it's like, oh man, let's like look at the DC archives. Let's get the no-name characters that no one's really heard of. And let's just see if we can play them and just get them.
Who is Polka Dot Man? Why haven't I heard of this guy?
Just stuff like that was like kind of funny, but also like, yeah, it's sort of, there's a little bit of meaning behind that when it's like, you can see he's messed up. Like every one of them have all got like issues. Yeah. But I think Idris Elba and his daughter, like that kind of back and forth. Yeah. You don't see the whole kind of like, oh, this is like, the nice kind of fatherly moment and stuff. It's like, they're just cursing each other out.
Yeah, just going nuts at each other.
That was
like, wow.
That was really cool. Just to be like, yeah, this ain't Will Smith and, Deadshot's freaking kind of story and stuff. So all in all, I was pretty happy with it. I think the action was fun. Like, it's just fun to kind of watch the, like, the goof off kind of movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. They did the humor really well, the action pretty well. Yeah, just a lot of things that were going on. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Much better than the first one, that's for sure.
And like, yeah, if there's anything we've missed, if you have seen
Sure
it,
there is.
Can you think of anything?
No,
Nothing
at the moment.
Yeah, just let us know in the comments below, because I know there's going to be so many like different Easter eggs and different things that we've just missed, and just different things that they've said out loud that we've just completely gone straight over our head. But yeah, all in all, I think it's worth seeing in the cinema. I thought it was fun, and yeah,
just for a good night out.
Yeah, and
yeah, leave your comments below on what you thought about this awesome little Suicide Squad reboot kind of situation.
Check us out on Instagram, Facebook
and Twitch.
And Twitch, yeah, follow our Twitch. But thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.